if you ain't musty. You know what time it is, time to do the Dusky. Yeah, we about to ball out. Work you should call out. We about to blow them all out. Smile for me if your teeth don't fall out.
What's up, everybody? This is the world famous Ed Lover, and you are watching Forgotten Kings TV. That's right, Forgotten Kings TV. Come on, son.
Listen, y'all, the pettiness continues in the back and forth between Camron and Dame Dash. That's right, y'all. Now, for those wondering, what the hell is going on now? Well, in a recent interview, Dame Dash challenged Camron to a teeth off. All right, let that sink in. This is the same man whose own teeth fell out on IG Live. All right, he now has the audacity to challenge Camron to a teeth off in one of his recent interviews. So, of course, Camron, right, matching Dame's energy, he responded to Dame's challenge with his own challenge. All right, Camron would release a record titled Do the Dusky. All right, Camron is now starting the challenge, hashtag Do the Dusky. Like I said, man, this pettiness has been going on for months now, right? And Cam, apparently he had time because he went ahead and released this record, clowning Dame, on his birthday. All right, Cam got fans in the comment section of his post calling him out, but it just, you know, it goes to show. This has been going on for months. Now, of course, in the post, Cam says, listen, he's willing to pay a person $1,500, all right, if they could upload a video of them doing the Dusky challenge. He's willing to pay $3,000 to the best group. But at the end of the post, he tells Dame, listen, you should probably enter the challenge considering you need the money. So, like I said, is this real beef between Cam and Dame? Not really, but they both using it for content. Now, of course, like I said, in the post, fans were calling out Cam saying, yo, you could at least wish the man happy birthday. And in Cam's response, he says, this is his present. Dissing Dame on his birthday. Now, of course, Dame would respond on his page, you know, in reaction to this challenge. And Cam jumped right in the comment section, responded to Dame. All right. And in the comment, Cam says, listen, man, my bad, bro. I forgot it was your B-Day. I didn't mean to F up your whole day with this one. I would have waited, but at least you have your own song and dance now. So that's my gift to you. Happy birthday, Dusky. Dame responded saying, hey, Fredo, a.k.a. Cheap Teeth. Everything you just said was gay. All right, now again, that was Dame going back and forth with Camron over this Do the Dusky challenge. Okay, as you can see from Dame's response, this back and forth has been very petty. Okay, some are saying that Cam and Dame are using this back and forth for the sake of content. All right, just last week, Kevin Hart was seen on Talk with Flea with Camron, and immediately Camron brought up Dame's name, and Kev walked right the hell out the studio because he know, no one wants to get into this back and forth with Dame. As of recently, Dame has been doing a lot of interviews, right? Sending shots at Cam, Jay-Z. And, you know, it's very unfortunate, right? Because for the record, Cam has stated Dame has done a lot for his career, right? Even helped him, right? Save his career at some point. So to see them get to this point where they just clowning each other for the sake of clicks and views, it just goes to show where the industry is at right now. And we're seeing this, you know, this increase in a lot of artists, right? Rappers, even athletes, you know, they're now transitioning to the podcast and YouTube content creating space. So, you know, at the end of the day, people are using controversy to promote whatever, you know, product they have to promote or platform. Like I said, this back and forth, you see Dame, he's promoting his artists. You know, both of them are using it for the sake of entertainment because, again, you know, what is the real issue here? You know, some people have been very critical of Dame, right, when it comes to his business over the years. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, it's just unfortunate to see Dame, you know, on these platforms, you know, essentially contradict himself, calling out other people for speaking on other men just to get paid to speak on other men. It's just a bunch of hypocrisy. And like I said, at this point, you know, for these men at their age, you would think they would go about this back and forth differently. But, you know, I'm charging it to this whole podcast space right now. It just seems like every artist, right, who's not familiar with this content creating space, they feel like controversy is the best way to get, you know, on everyone's algorithm, on their timeline. And right now, like I said, people, they not feeling this back and forth between Dame and Cam because they feel like it's very petty. You know what I mean? What is the real issue, right? Remember, just a couple of months ago, they released a video of Jim Jones, you know what I mean, trying to get dudes to jump Dame Dash. So, every few months you'll see this back and forth going on. But y'all let me know, man. What are your thoughts on Camron releasing this Do the Dusky challenge, clown, and Dame? Do you agree with fans when they say that, they think this back and forth is all staged to keep their names in the algorithm? Like I said, it's very petty. It's been going on for months now, but let me know. Who do you think is in the right? Who do you think is in the wrong? I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all are just like Mace right here, eating their popcorn, enjoying this back and forth. But like I said, this is, very petty. It's not real beef whatsoever. But, at the end of the day, Camron had time to match Dame's pettiness, and this is how he responded with his own challenge, Do the Dusky. So y'all let me know. What are your thoughts on this back and forth involving Dame and Camron? Like I said, very unfortunate because we've heard Cam, for the record, give Dame a lot of props for helping him in his career. But for whatever reason, here we are. We got both men clowning each other, okay? The fact that Dame would even challenge Cam to a teeth off is crazy, all right? Nasty work. But it just goes to show, they just saying anything to go viral because what the hell is a teeth off? I mean, come on now. Like I said, now you got Cam talking about Do the Dusky. You know what I mean? He giving out money. Like I said, all of this for the sake of clicks and views because, again, it's not real beef. There is no issue that I know of between Dame and Cam. But, again, y'all let me know, do you agree with what I had to say? Or do you disagree? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. With that being said, my name is Sensei Rip. Till next time, peace. Thank you for watching my video. If you like what you see, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also, hit that notification bell to get the latest on hip-hop, sports, comedy, whatever. All right, we got you covered over here at Forgotten Kings TV. And also, click on one of these videos, okay? All right, y'all. Peace.